I am here with Tryon Shoyinka, a 2021 NFL draft prospect and a linebacker out of the University of Washington. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thanks for having me.
And the draft is less than a month away. Can you talk about the emotions going into that moment? And what have you been working on physically and mentally going into the draft at the end of April?
Man, it's really going to be crazy because, it's a culmination of all the sacrifices, my family made, close friends, coaches they made for me, myself included, all the things that really went into that made me get to this point. So I really can't explain how I'm going to feel. I just know I'm going to be really emotional, and I'm really excited, and definitely been getting prepared physically. Had a pro day since we didn't get to do the combine, but we treated it the same. Had to go out and show out and prove what already showed on film. I had to prove I was athletic, can play in space, and also get after the quarterback. So, I had a successful pro day, and I'm happy with what I did. But now it's really time to get back to real football. I'm really excited to start training for actual sport, other than a combine. So it's gonna be a lot of fun upcoming months.
And we'll get to pro day in just a bit because we want to talk about your numbers and the numbers you put out. And now a lot of people are looking at you due to how good you did on pro day. But I want to go back to that part where you mentioned about sacrifices. Of course, a lot of things, especially athletics, come with sacrifices. Can you go a little bit more in depth on that? And then can you kind of just tell us your stories, your experiences, and then maybe some adversity you've had to face to get where you are now?
Probably, I had a single mom growing up, no father in my life. And I also had an older sister, so just seeing what my mom really, did. She sacrificed a lot of time, put a lot of work in to, get me and my sister where we are. My sister actually graduated from University of Washington. She's going into medical school, so I'm pretty proud of my mom. She has a lot to be thankful for. I'm thankful for her as well. So, I definitely have a lot to get back to her. And adversity comes, in everyone's life. So I don't think there's one point in my life where that really stood out to me. Just getting through life, with a single mom definitely was probably one of the things that, it's adversity for me. But it's my life, and I'm grateful for it. So I'm excited to be where I'm at.
It's great that you have that relationship with your mom. Of course, you wanting to get back. Now, do you plan to go to Ohio and watch the draft with your mom, or are you just going to stay home and kind of watch it with your close family? What's your plan?
Yeah, we're gonna be in Seattle. That's where I'm from. Just my close family, maybe a couple friends.
And that's good. Yeah, definitely. Especially with COVID and everything going on, everything's so unpredictable. So that's good. You're able to have, those people around you. And you said you're going to get emotional, if your name gets called on that board. I can't even imagine your mom's reaction. Has she talked about that? Have you had that conversation?
It's kind of, we've talked about it, but it's really, we expected this, growing up. She put all the time in. So, I really gotta just, it's gonna be crazy. I can't even explain how she's gonna feel. I don't know how I'm gonna feel either. So it's gonna be exciting for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you can never plan those moments. Like any big thing in your life, you can never plan it. It's just going to kind of happen how it does. And your reaction is going to be very raw and genuine. So definitely looking forward to that moment for you guys. But kind of going back to pro day, can you talk about the lead up to that? As you said, there was no combine, but you kind of treated it the same. But did you have any nerves going into that, knowing that you really had to put up good numbers so people could look at you because you didn't have that chance to go to the combine this year?
I wasn't nervous, because I've been preparing for a while. I knew what I had to do, did what I had to do in the months upcoming to it. So it's not like I was nervous. I was just more ready to get to it. I was anxious to get it over with and just be done with it. But I'm glad I did what I did. I had a great day. But like I said, I'm excited to get back to real football.
And like I said before, those pro day, that tape and everything that people were able to watch, I think it really put your name on the map. So congratulations on a really good pro day. And I kind of want to talk about your position right now. So you're a linebacker. Can you talk about what separates you from other linebackers that are going into this draft in 2021?
I'm an outside linebacker. So, I feel like I'm really scheme versatile. You can put me on the edge of the line. I'll be a defensive end, rush the passers at the edge. Or you can put me at 3-4, dude. I'll be standing up, dropping the coverage, cover running backs, tight ends, all that. So, It's really, I like to do a lot of things. So, whatever team sees in me, I could do it. I'm not limited to a certain scheme. So I'm definitely, well versed and can play multiple schemes.
I think versatile is definitely what a lot of teams are looking for, especially in that position going into this draft. But can you tell me a player that you look up to or somebody that you model your game after in the NFL right now?
There's a lot of dudes. So I look up to like the TJ Watts. I really enjoy him. He's a great pass rusher. 3-4 dude. And I really also like to model my game after Chandler Jones. One of the best pass rushers in the league. Long dude. Have similar body types. So.
Can you talk about the players now? Can you talk about your favorite team growing up?
I grew up a Seahawks fan. I got the luxury to watch the Legion of Boom up close, man. So. I've actually got the possibility and the chances, to train with dudes that are actually a part of it. So, just being able to pick their brain was really, really great. I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, and that's huge. Can you talk a little bit more in depth about that process, kind of how you were able to initially get to train with them and what you really learned from them in that process?
So, and there's a sports facility. So I was able to train with him through my trainer. His name's Tracy Ford. He runs a Ford Sports Performance out in Bellevue, Washington, in the Seattle area. And he trains a lot of the Seahawks in the off season. Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, Richard Sherman, those type of dudes were there in the off season. And I was going there ever since I was a young dude in high school. So just being able to look up to them, pick their brain, when I had the chance was really amazing. And I also got the chance to work with like Cliff Averill, who was on the Super Bowl team when they beat the Broncos. I got a chance to be trained by him. He's an NFL pass rusher, so I'm going in the same position. And definitely, I feel like I got a head start in the NFL game. But it definitely was. I'm really grateful for that experience. I just look forward to giving back and being in the same position that they were.
Yeah, and that's fantastic. Like you said, getting that experience so early, already, having an idea of what these guys deal with and how they train. And then now yourself probably going to be in that same position. Have you ever kind of put two and two together? Like, how is all this registering right now for you? It's almost draft time. I mean, it's just 2.5 more weeks. What's going on in your head at the moment?
I mean, I just a lot of smiles for real. Like, that's all I can do. I'm not worried about where I get picked. I know what I'm gonna do when I get on the field. So, I get picked where I get picked. So, I'm just grateful to be in this position. I know that, my career is gonna be great, and I know I'm gonna leave a good impact on my community and my teammates. So, I'm really excited for that. It's really a great time right now.
And you never know what's going to happen. Tom Brady got picked in the 6th round, and he's probably the best quarterback of all time. So, no matter, like you said, no matter where you get picked, it's the amount of impact that you actually make on the team and the effort that you put in with your playing style that'll really make the mark.
Most definitely. At the end of the day, you still got to play football after you get drafted. So it's a great time in my life right now.
Awesome. I'm very excited for you. We're very excited for you at the NFL Alumni. Do you have any game day rituals, a food you eat before the game, a song you listen to? How does that look like for you?
I don't got a lot of rituals. I like to listen to music. I'm a low key dude. I really just get myself in the zone. I don't need a lot of things to get in the zone. So.
Yeah, that's very important. And then, you say you're from Seattle. So what is the best food from Seattle? Because I'm all the way on the other side of the country in New Jersey. So I've got no idea what's over there.
Man, there's a lot of food. We got great seafood, even though I'm not a seafood fan, but I can say myself, that's what everyone be talking about. And I'm like, I don't want seafood, man. Keep that away from me. But I know we got good stuff like that, but I'm an easy dude. I like Gazelle's fried chicken, stuff like that. So it's really good chicken tenders for real.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I've heard the seafood in Seattle is pretty great as well. But kind of going into, your free time, I'm sure there's not as much, of course you're playing in college, you're in school, and now going into the NFL, but what do you like to do during your downtime? Is it video games? Is it reading? What do you like to do in a day where you might not have as much football?
I'm like a low-key dude, so I like to hang out with my dogs. I got 2 Australian Shepherds. They got a lot of energy, so I put a lot of time into them. I'm really just a low-key dude for real.
And are the dogs coming with you wherever you end up getting drafted?
One of them is my boy Bruno. He's going to come with me.
There you go. Now, if there was one Gatorade color that you could drink for the rest of your life, only one, what would it be?
I gotta go Glacier Freeze, man. The light blue. That's the one I'll be drinking that every day. Damn near. I got it in my fridge back home, but I gotta say Glacier Freeze.
Yeah, that's definitely been a popular one. That and the clear one, everybody seems to be liking for the past few interviews that we asked that question. It's always interesting to see everybody's responses. And then kind of the last question to round this out, you know, you went to the University of Washington. So for anybody visiting that campus, what is the one place you have to go on that campus during a visit?
If you come in during the spring, you gotta go to the quad, man. We got these cherry blossom, you know, it's like a walkway, and there's just pink flowers, you know, with big trees coming, or big trees with pink flowers, you know, and it's really beautiful. You know, people like to compare Washington to like Hogwarts. You know, it really looked like Harry Potter for real. That campus is crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. I never heard that comparison, but now I'm gonna have to like Google it because I'm super curious now.
Yo, just look up the cherry blossoms right now. It's crazy.
I definitely will. I'll get back to you on that one. I'll be like, this is crazy. That's awesome. But Joe, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me today. We're really excited to share your story, and we're really looking forward to see what you do in the future and what you do in the draft. Is there anything else you would like to share?
I think we're all good. I appreciate you guys taking the time to have me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.